That was an exceptional fight. I haven't seen demons in the ring before. I understand your concerns. We wanted to test the demon against an exceptional fighter, you see. I'm convinced that you deserve a shot at Crimson Kana. Your victory has sealed the deal. That reminds me, I was asked to instruct you to talk with Lucky Cho before your next match. I understand, and it is never my intent to impediment your progress. That said, Lucky Cho is not a man I can ignore. Go, speak with him now. The sooner you do, the sooner I can return you to the ring.
From what I know of them, the Guild doesn't usually conduct business this openly, or in such elegance.
Before you face Kana, I'd like to present you with a mutually beneficial arrangement. To turn down an invitation of this nature would be both impolite and unwise. Fortunately for you, my employer, Kai Lan the Serpent, has a vested interest in your success against Kana. This is Sweet Poison Lin, a master of the Toxicant arts. Lin, allow me to introduce Tiger Lifts the Mountain.
I know this one by reputation, and that's enough. I trust you'll consider this discussion private and potentially very beneficial. I will not tolerate mindless insults. My services are in high demand for tasks more important than this.
Crimson Kana's rise to Brown's division champion has been good for business, but she has become troublesome of late. She believes that the Serpent runs the arena with little concern for honor, and she's right. The problem is that she cares. This place is not corrupt so much as open to interpretation. The Serpent and I believe that Kana needs to be stopped. We want you to replace her as the Bronze Champion.
It should be a simple matter to slip a slow-acting but extremely deadly poison into Kana's drink before the match. I would say you would be unable to lose this match unless you were to drop dead yourself. What could be easier? When Cho approached me regarding this matter, I felt that it might be in the best interests of the Greater Guild if I were involved.
If you accept, the Guild will cover half of Lin's usual fee. The remaining cost would be roughly half of your winnings from defeating Kana. If you're that sure, why are we still talking? You want to cheat for the thrills? You're going to make this difficult unless I make this easy, aren't you? Fine. Only 1/4 of your winnings will be deducted, if you accept, that is. Will you go ahead with this? Do you have the will to take your advantage? Excellent. Your payment will be reduced for Kana's match, but I'm sure Kui knows better than to ask too many questions.
Kana will prove an easy foe under the influence of my concoction. Simply wait her out if you wish.
Do not simply wait her out. Face her, fight her, and put on a show. Our business is concluded. It is time for you to leave.
What do you need from me? magical enhancements, and knowledge. Have a look at my wares and see for yourself.
Aren't you a sight? I am Happy Endings, famed courtesan, and it is a pleasure to greet you. I really shouldn't talk long, however. I'm under an exclusive agreement with the proprietor of this place, and he gets such wild fancies. Better not to pique his interest by talking to a lovely lady such as yourself.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need? Until the guild stepped in, I was ready to give you an attempt at the bronze division for your last match. Now it's time. Are you ready to face Crimson Kana, the finest sword this august arena has seen in 5 generations? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Victory and a pair of unique blades stands between Tiger Lifts the Mountain and the Bronze Division Championship.
Kana's winning streak has been broken at last. Dr. An has already pronounced the poor girl dead. The doctor wouldn't say what killed her, though. I suspect a weakness of the heart or some such. It will not look good that she collapsed when fighting you, but your record has been strong enough to both avoid and pervert suspicion. Come now. The arena works on a strictly regenerated payment system for the fights. There's no way I can give you extra. I mean no offense. It's just, I see your point. Here, take this and don't tell the others. Now that that's settled, what else can I do for you? Now that you are champion of the Bronze Division, the Silver Division awaits. It seems that, indirectly, the Serpent has decided to keep your career interesting. A demon has been added to the regular roster since your earlier victory. And since you've shown aptitude, I'm letting you face him first. This is indeed an honor, though it will not be easy. Are you ready to defeat this horror? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Will the demon rend flesh from bone, or will a lone warrior prove stronger?
Yeah!
Another demon falls! We shall have to add a new division for you alone if this keeps up. Kylon the Serpent wishes to speak with you personally. This is a rare honor. Do try to be polite. You have already been granted access to the back room of the arena, and the Serpent's private chamber is just off of it. You may as well go now and see what he wants. Oh, and one other thing. The Serpent has requested that you visitate him alone. I know you usually have a friend with you, but they'll have to remain behind for this meeting.
We should have told you that Kylon will only see you alone. Are you ready to go in now?
This is almost sad. Am I truly so threatening to the mighty Kylon the Serpent? Regardless, I'll be waiting with the others if you need me.
It is vital that we talk a moment. You handled yourself well against the demonic servitor. It was a rewarding experience for us both, I'm sure. Take this as my thanks. You are a smart young woman. Smart enough to know that you will get much further as my friend than my foe. You may find that certain opportunities, mutually rewarding arrangements between us, will come your way in the near future. Indeed. Of course, every match you face in the arena has you working for me, whether you realize it or not. Right now is an interesting time for an organization known as the Guild. I've no doubt that Qui has told you about us, if you didn't already know. Our organization is involved in many different activities, most of which operate below the view of the authorities of this great empire. I am suggesting that we align our goals for a time, an arrangement that could benefit us both. The Guild, you see, has recently developed a vacancy in its upper echelons. A man by the name of Gao the Greater has been killed, and with his death, a new leader must be chosen. I intend to replace him in that role, and I need good people to back me. You knew him, yet you aren't associated with our organization. The logical conclusion is that you are his killer. If you are the one who killed Gao, then I owe you a favor. Consider my reluctance to turn you into the Lotus Assassins a repayment for that debt in full. There is the matter, however, of your friend, Whirlwind. I'm sure you know that he was one of the fighters here and that he left the arena. But do you know why? Useful, but dangerous. Whirlwind's past is certainly a colorful one. Did he tell you that he was thrown out of the arena? Public displays of rage and drunkenness, uttered threats of murder, excessive violence, property damage, and I believe several charges of defecating in public. We couldn't let him fight as he was, so he left. His brother, Raging Ox, wisely stayed here and went on to become champion. You could reach that point yourself, you know. Indeed, that's a distinct possibility. To become champion yourself, you will need my support. That means you and I will work together closely. A wise position to take in any negotiation. I can respect that. You see... What is that noise?
Hey, you can't...
Damn you, serpent! I'll kill you where you stand!
No, you won't, Whirlwind. Just like last time, you will leave. I can see that this polite discussion has concluded, as so many do, in your odorous presence. We may talk again. Perhaps.
We're leaving now. You and I have to talk. Alone. It's important. Look, you can't trust Kylon. I know he was probably offering you the world, or maybe all the wine in it if he were really crafty, but...
You didn't honestly think you were going to slip down here after that little display, did you, Whirlwind?
Step back, Cho. For once in my life, I've got something important to tell someone.
You have nothing important to say, you lummox. You've embarrassed Kylon the Serpent, and I'm going to make sure you never get a chance to repeat your performance.
I've been waiting for this. Time to cut off the serpent's tail! Like a monster for a little guy. Better than I've been in a while. All this best behavior when you're in the city business was wearing on my nerves. Not the first time I've gone up against one of Kylon's thugs, you know. Not at all. Remember I told you I used to fight in the arena? Well, I was the best there was. Then my brother came to the city and decided he'd join the arena too. The arena was about the same as it is now. Kui and Kylon were there and Lucky Cho too, but he was just a runt back then. My brother became the arena champion, the Raging Ox. They said he retired, but he didn't retire. He was killed. I should know. I'm the one who killed him. I wanted nothing from this place. He would have kept his title if it wasn't for Kylon. Raging Ox was one of Kylon's men. Well, he wasn't always. Kylon approached me first. When I turned him down, he went to my brother instead. I'm sure you know all about that. What with the Kana thing and all. I knew what was happening as soon as I saw her sway, but that's another secret I'm keeping. When Ox joined up with Kailan, I stopped getting good matches. Ox was fighting his way to becoming champion, and doing a little work for the guild on the side. He was so cocksure and wouldn't listen to his older brother. Once he fell in with Kailan, he stopped talking to me. Soon Ox became Kailan's enforcer and carried out his bidding. He'd skulk around in robes so no one would know the arena champion was a common thug. One night I followed Ox back to Kailan's. I was drunk and I was mad. I just wanted to tell Ox how dangerous Kailan was, convince him to leave. But Kailan was there. He tried to interfere. I attacked him, and Ox tried to stop me. When it was over, Ox was dead, and my axe was covered in his blood. Kailan just stood there, smiling. I would have killed him if I wasn't so stunned. After that, I left. For the first time in my life, I ran. I ran, and then I drank myself into a stupor that lasted for half a year. Good idea. We'll leave Kailan to explain how Cho's body ended up in his room. Lucky Cho's death just put you on the Serpent's wanted list. I'd really like to see Kailan's face if you become arena champion. Of course, I'd rather just kill him. Come on, let's go.
The Bronze Division champion approaches. I hope you're ready for the challenge awaiting you in the Silver Division. Remember, Soldier's the champion at this level. He'll be watching you.
Dogs nipping at my heels aren't worthy of watching.
What do you need? This next fight should be fairly simple for you. I once more want to send you up against 4 opponents. The crowd loves those fights. These are tougher than the students you faced before, but should pose no problem. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
We found him just like this.
You did?
3 Reach, the old stableman, found him. He kept everyone else out.
We can trust him. What about Cho? Do we know who's responsible?
Last I saw of him, he was following Tiger Lifts the Mountain.
She fights next, does she not? Replace the men slated for that match with our own, and ensure that their blades are coated with extract from the ebon orchid. Even the ancient magic of this place could not neutralize that poison.
It will be done. What about Lucky Cho? There are hundreds of people here to see the new fighter. We can't carry the body out of here.
Then we don't. You must always use the resources available to you.
slashing blades, and deadly grace.
Legendary strike.
I do not know who those men were. The fighters I picked for you to face were not guild men, and they certainly lacked poison-coated blades. Those men were Kylon's, not mine. I keep myself as far away from that end of things as I can. You have to believe that I look out for my fighters. Just before you came up here, I received word from one of the guild men from outside the arena. They send their apologies. I believe they feel Kylon's actions were not appropriated to the situation. You shouldn't have to fear assassins again, not after that message. You are not hearing this from me, but tensions have risen between the Serpent and the Guild itself. He's making a bid for control, and some factions are quite upset. You may feel caught in the middle, but the weather sages say the eye of the storm is the safest place. We've had a request from the Imperial Army. They want one of our best to help them test out a small group of war machines known as golems. I've decided to put you up against them. I want you to prove that our folks are superior to anything the Army could devise. Are you ready to show them what you've got? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
The Imperial Army honors us with a most unique trial.
I knew you could defeat those things. The Imperial Army's telling me they figured out some way to improve upon the design, thanks to you. While you were fighting, Soldier asked to talk with you privately in the creature cages before your next fight. He is arrogant, but equally obstinacious. He made it clear that he would not step into the ring until you spoke with him. You may as well go down to the pens now. Soldier won't fight until you do. That was one thing he was most insistent upon.
Wuwir akithi kahirir honi afafatir? Nararir uk yorir. Kop awuka inir o afawafi ithaturo turo uk.
I'm glad you came. I have a little proposal for you, kid. I'm sure you've met pretty Lily in your time here.
Yawair wuswair susuno.
Here's the deal. I like you. The way you dealt with Kana showed me that you have the will to do what it takes to win. I know a way you and I can both win in this upcoming fight. This is a one-time offer. You listen to it or you walk away now, and it never comes up again. Sure you want to throw that away so easily? You know people place bets on the arena fights all the time, right? Things used to go through Lucky Cho. With him dead, the smaller fish are trying to make the big play. Everyone knows the match between us is coming up. You're good, but the odds say I'm better. This is our chance, while everything's in chaos. I want to place a bet on you, big enough that I'll be able to get out of this place whenever I want. If I'm going to lose my title, I deserve that at least. After what you did to Kana, that arrogant bitch, I can't think of anyone I'd rather take my place. The Silver Champion has to be hard to stay there. You do me a favor, and I'll cut you in for 25% of what Lily wins when she places the bet for us. During the fight, I take a dive, and we both end the day happy and rich. Kana was gunning for silver when you took her out. Ended her smug little unbeaten streak, didn't you? You're going to win, and Kui gives you shiny coins when you win. I'm going to lose. This keeps things even. I'm not open to negotiation on this. That's a fair number. I want you to find General Stone Cow. He's here in the city somewhere. When you find him, challenge him to a duel to the death. The old fool's too proud to decline, even though his skills have over the years.
In a choice between the Iron Soldier and the Stone General, I take on the entire battalion!
I hear word that he's dead before our match, and I take the dive. It's that simple. He's the one who had me thrown out of the Imperial Army. I'm glad he did now, but he still deserves to pay for the indignity. I'm not a pushover like the others. I'd go down fighting, and if you ask me, I won't be the one clutching myself on the pit floor when all's said and done. If you want to take that chance, you can. But I'm offering you a chance to make extra coin and make our match a sure thing. No, it's not. When I hear that General Stone Cow has breathed his last, then it will be a deal. When you've dealt with that old tiger, you come back, talk to me, and I'll give Kui the go-ahead to set up our fight. It's that easy. These bounties won't collect themselves.
Good day to you, citizen. General Stone Cow, retired that is, at your service. I was wondering when we'd come to the point. You're up to face Iron Soldier next, aren't you? He's tried this little trick before. I accept your challenge, and I will even educate you as to why. Just as I did for the two lads who previously stood where you are now. So be it. Let all know that I freely accepted this fight, and that on my honor, there will be no repercussions. Do your best. You'll need it.
Staff!
I know why you're here. I've got friends out there, and I know all about cows, so stop fretting. Kui's been informed that I will face you now.
I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What do you need? I rushed out notification of this match, and we've had the outcriers shouting themselves hoarse. I hear many nobles will even be in attendance. It's rare that the Silver Division rests balanced against a single victory on the scales of combat, you know. What really catches the crowd, though, is the story of Tiger Lifts the Mountain. They come to see the noble warrior who strides up the rankings like the heroes of legend. Will you face Soldier now? The Silver Division Championship awaits you. Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
The veteran Iron Soldier prepares to face Tiger Lifts the Mountain.
Soldier is a worthy opponent. I hope you understand how many warriors have tried to extrapolate him from the Silver Division Championship. Be proud! From here, your battles will be even harder. A test, if you will, to see if you stand a chance against the Ravager. Impress the crowd, and you will have your chance against the Ravager himself. I can promise you that. Surely this was enough. I know the crowd loved that show, but there's no way I can offer you extra just because of that. All your fights are impressive. I know you feel like a rising star, but your rewards are fixed. You'll find that the Gold Division battles sate your purse's hunger. Soldier seems desperate to speak with you.
Get over here, Silver Champion. We have something to discuss. The crowds won't forget that anytime soon. The Silver Division is yours now. Treat it well. You earned it. Eliminating the General couldn't have been easy. He was getting on in years, but was never an easy opponent. And here, take this. Lily collected for us. I'm sure you'll be happy with the sum. I'm ready to leave whenever I get bored. Still a mouth on you. I like that. You're gonna do fine. I'm gonna hang around this place a while longer. Call me curious to see what else you can stir out of this midden. The Serpent's going to be upset at this change. I'm sure things are gonna get very interesting around here.
Your victories are impossible for the other fighters to ignore. You are a master of the arena, the ground where executioners are born. Perhaps you have potential that you are not even aware of. There may be a role in the executioners for you after all. Why have you chosen to come here when you have already earned the favor of the Inquisitor? Do you wish the blessing of someone less corrupted? That is a strong position to take, and one that we respect. You will have to remember, however, that if we accept you, you will be a mere recruit. If you survive, you will join an order unlike any other. We enforce the will of Death's Hand and the Emperor. We guard the treasures of the Empire. This will be your responsibility. Can you look on silver coins, golden tablets, or prophesized artifacts and think only of duty? Then we will waste no more time. You are adequate, and I will allow you to begin training. Proceed to our fortress. It lies at the far side of the burial ground that is the necropolis, which you may reach through the rich section of the city. Present this token so that they will know you. I expect great things of you. Not many of our recruits possess both the skills to become executioners and the personality to attract such a loyal band of followers. Spoken like a true Lotus assassin. I am well aware of those who come with you, their strengths and their weaknesses. You inspire loyalty in most of those who follow you. That will serve you well. Good. Use them and discard them if they become weak. That is the way. If you survive your training and remain in control of your senses, perhaps you will serve at my side one day.
I never enjoy controlling my senses. They catch a lot of things I'd miss. Whatever. We'd better tell the others we made some progress. up there, wasn't it? Maybe we will get lucky, and he'll set the whole place on us. Might not be the best one to be in, but it will be grand to see.
Ah, I was told to expect a new recruit, and you fit the description. Well done braving the necropolis. A troublesome walk, but it weeds out the weak. I am the Watcher, and this is the fortress of the Lotus Assassins. It was built amid the graves of 1,000 generations, the tomb of the Emperor at its core. Come, I will show you to the Hall of Induction. If you have servants, they will be allowed to accompany you. But you are responsible for their actions. Formed from the defunct Order of the Lotus Assassins are an extension of the Emperor, as dictated by Death's Hand, and implemented by Grand Inquisitor Jade. Thanks to her direction, we are becoming the face of power in the Empire. The Imperial Army will soon be stationed only at taverns and fish markets. The great Golem army constructed here will spread across the Empire. Our masters will be all-powerful. You will assist if you survive. Weak recruits die quickly. Master Gang is one of our trainers. He will be your master as you seek to become an assassin. He is harsh, but his knowledge will be invaluable to you. You will find him at the opposite end of the Hall of Induction, near the entrance to the central chambers. Do not keep him waiting. What would you like to know? Death's Hand is the one who brings us the will of the Emperor, but Grand Inquisitor Jade rules in his absence. Death's Hand rules us all. We obey him in all things, for he is the will of the Emperor. There is no more to tell. Our lives are his. Grand Inquisitor Jade is the foremost acolyte of Death's Hand. She was one of the first converted from the old Order of the Lotus, and she is fearsome in her power. You would be wise to never even give the appearance of challenging her. She takes offense easily, and even masters have been killed for displeasing her. She is not found by just anyone. Excel in your tasks, and perhaps you will be blessed with her attention. Fail, and you will be cursed with it. Go to your teacher, Acolyte. Do not keep him waiting. The far end of the hall, at the entrance to the central chambers.
So we serve Gong until we find the information we need? I'd rather fight the Golem army. That would draw out their leaders, whether Death's Hand or the Emperor.
Kop awuka inir. O afawapi ithaturo turo uk. Uk niknak kärlek no yok. Wo gnik fetai yir.
With the rise of the golems, we acolytes have fewer opportunities to serve. You are unwelcome.
Uk niknak kärlek no yok. Wo gnik fetai yir.
We are losing status to the golem army, and you want to take more attention away from us? I think you need to prove your worth.
You look to be worth about $1.50 silver. What do we need to prove to you?
Wo wir aki fitahirir koni afafatir? Utarawi ir, kupkitir sanir naur kurk, pan. O kiruk fir nir nikir pra.
A foolish mistake. You have no idea.
More blood to stain my hands. A badge of honor.
Legendary strike. Staff.
Wo ofno aknatinir sasi ir yawak orui.
So, there is no discouraging you. You have come to the heart of the assassins, and you already have enemies. Are you certain you are ready for what you will learn here? I don't think the choice is yours anymore. This is my realm, where my demons hide. You will be forced to see them. You have shown little interest in my warnings, but now you will see. Whose side is worthy of having me? Is your motivation so clear now that you walk these halls? Go. Your new master is waiting. Secure a place near the heart of the assassins, and you will be near your goal. Grand Inquisitor Xia is key.
If he joined the enemy, why doesn't he just attack? The chatty ones are the most annoying.
I do what I must.
Okia kupapithi te soki kustan fatiwe ia kune usote tate ia? Niwupa ia kupusa ia awath kraka ia nano uksaro isowak mikano wo napia shathia uko. O ifo ia uksonko noko isansia. Kone uk noea kup sa ia sisia su uko. Yahweh sonse ya wo Yahweh kon ompefifia. Kanawe ya kawa ya tatatasi? niwu sosawa ea wak tasi no ni nano yota napia ifa e ok.
What is this? Another acolyte feeling their way around in the dark?
It takes some time for their eyes and skin to adjust. For the first few weeks, they're as easy to kill as newborn kittens.
What do you want, acolyte? We've done our work for the day and don't want to be disturbed. Unless the press is broken, leave us. Leave us, acolyte.
You are falling behind, gang. Grand Inquisitor Xia is not happy, therefore I am not happy. If your work does not improve, I will have to stop taking credit for it. The latest battalion of golems stand idle because of you. If the production of the Jade golem is delayed again, perhaps your soul will fuel our next attempt. I trust I have made myself clear.
Yes, Master Shin.
I thought so. Do not let anything delay you further. It would be a shame to once more remind Grand Inquisitor Xia how incompetent you are. Yes, an absolute shame.
What do you want? So help me, if you're just some wandering slave, I'll have you butchered to color the clay golems. Wait, no. You are the one I was told to expect. A new recruit. As if I don't have enough trouble watching over the other fools in my care. You are no assassin yet, fool, despite what you may have achieved outside. Here we strip you down to nothing and rebuild you as we like. If you survive, then you will be an assassin. For now, you are a Lotus acolyte, and your life expectancy is not long. Follow me down to the central chambers when you are ready to begin your indoctrination. Do not keep me waiting. A battalion of golems stand idle. Damn the heavens for the fools I lead. I am destined to suffer for their incompetence, and I have one man to blame for it. Shin. The old scorpion had one of his followers shatter a spirit shard during training. There are ghosts everywhere. I've lost 8 slaves and 3 acolytes to them. You, new blood, get over there and occupy those ghosts until I can get real Lotus assassins to clean them up. Golem production cannot be delayed by this.
He thinks it's too tough, but impossible odds make the best fights.
Go on. It's your first sacrifice for your new life. I'm sure it will be glorious.
Wo ifuir uk sunurk danowe na wafta tasiyeruk. On we kifir.
Greetings, young Lotus acolyte. I am the keeper of the archive. What can this humble servant of the Order do for you? I fight I bear the stains of bloodshed with pride, as all assassins are trained to do. But records must be kept, if only to know who to make examples of. You will not find an assassin who is shy about killing, Acolyte. None of us are here to learn to be vicious. I will answer within the limits of what someone of your ranking is permitted to know. Recent or old entries, you must give specifics. You are permitted to know that Death's Hand returned from Dirge as the Emperor's trusted confidant after all others around him proved to be traitors. After defeating the Drought, the Emperor was no longer a slave to the natural order of things. He needed utterly loyal disciples to replace and kill doubters. The Order of the Lotus was quickly transformed from its weak role under Prince Qin. Death's Hand was the new way, and those who disagreed were destroyed. All who did were killed, except one who first hid his doubt. On a mission to cleanse a traitor's family, he rejected Death's Hand and turned on his fellows. The bodies were unrecognizable. More have died to him over the years, but few remain who know his face. He was our most skilled, most vicious, and most hated. He escaped death, but there is no greater penalty for a Lotus assassin than to be removed from the sight of Death's Hand and our Emperor. No doubt many of his years have been worse than death. Once you are truly indoctrinated, you will know the hunger to serve that such loyalty brings. His name is not spoken to the Acolytes. You must understand that to oppose Death's Hand is to lose all connection to your masters. Even if you live, you do not exist. There are few fates worse than being reduced to nothing. Lotus assassins can belong nowhere else. Service to Death's Hand is your life. I will answer within the limits of what someone of your rank... Slaves continue to be brought to the fortress from the wall and unimportant villages that have no voice to object. Our golem force continues to grow. Operations in Tian's Landing have temporarily halted, but we received glorious news that a hated enemy of the Emperor has been delivered to the palace. The accomplices who hid him were butchered, their pitiful village razed. We look forward to a day when all who oppose our masters are dealt with. It is unimportant. All that matters is that he was caught. We don't need to know any more than that. It is a glorious validation of all that we do to serve our masters. Goodbye, Acolyte. Serve our masters well.
If permitted to serve, I would give my life as a Lotus assassin.
I have no time for you, Acolyte. I focus every thought on the Emperor's glorious Golem army.
I gave you an order, Acolyte. Go spill your new blood on those ghosts while I get some real assassins in here.
Another of Gong's weakling acolytes headed to the slaughter. How many of the ghosts killed so far?
11, 12, does it matter? Worthless as one, worthless as a group.
Go on, then. Let's see how you fare. We'll need to sluice the blood out of there by the time they manage to destroy those ghosts. Go on. Join your other useless acolytes in death.
You live? And the ghosts are gone? Well, I did not expect this. It would seem that I have a competent acolyte for once. Interesting. Recruits are rarely of use before we strip them of their outside identities, but you beg a more interesting application. Could you be the one I have waited for? Your duties would normally include a period of deprivation in a cell until every hint of self and identity was stripped away. It is a draining, brutal awakening. I need a favored protege, someone willing to risk everything in my service. I will preserve your intellect, allow your inventive mind to remain, in exchange for 2 tasks. One is your duty anyway. The other is something to secure your future at the heart of the Assassins. Lotus acolytes are utterly expendable. You deserve better. You must operate the soul extractor, past the room where you fought the ghosts. In the coming weeks, you will help swell the ranks of the Empire's glorious Golem army. Golems are fueled by the souls of the dead. The recently dead, it turns out, make far more obedient and powerful golems, especially if brutally killed. We no longer mine the necropolis for souls that linger near their resting place. We butcher slaves instead, and extract their souls into spirit shards. Tonight we require a shard of exceptional quality for a Jade golem that will control the latest battalion of golems. You will oversee this in the extraction chamber. You clearly deserve better than the short life of a regular acolyte. Your ability surprised me. Use it to surprise the others as well. Help me gain the power to help you. Kill Master Shin, my superior. No. Losing an exceptionally talented servant like you is of no benefit to me. Even if acolytes are expendable, they die often in the machinations between masters.
He thinks we will die. That means there will be fighting. I like him.
The politics of the Lotus Assassin Order are complicated. It's all right if murder is suspected, so long as it appears deserved because of incompetence. I am your master here. Do this and you will be favored. This is a dangerous place. It should be simple for Shin to have an accident that does not implicate me. Talk to my acolytes at their stations in the Golem Press Room and the Soul Extractor. These are dangerous machines. Find a sharp corner Shin can crack his temple on. Return to me when you have an idea for an appropriate accident. I don't care what it is, as long as there is a corpse for me to gloat over in the end. Remember your tasks, Acolyte. Create a spirit shard in the extraction chamber for the Jade Golem, and find a creative way to kill and disgrace Master Shin. You can also seek training from Acolyte Trainer Guang. I'm sure you are her superior, but she might have something of use to you.
An acolyte of Gong's, So am I. Let's identify what training you need by sparring for a short time. Let's keep it non-lethal for now. You find you have enough enemies in this place. We acolytes are utterly expendable. Good. Remember, no killing blows. I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to practice those later. Well, you would appear to have more than a passing knowledge of combat. I could almost see some kind of flaw, but I was clearly outclassed.
Yes, you were. I knew this acolyte was something special, but I didn't think my trainer would be made to look like a fool. You, New Blood, you will be the trainer now. When I am promoted, you will train all my acolytes. You, assist her, if you can even do that.
It would seem that you have taken over my duties. I will still serve as an advisor, as Master Gong ordered. There are techniques I can share. In truth, I did not like being a trainer. Life for any of Master Gong's acolytes is rough and short, but especially so for trainers. Master Shin sees to that. My duties, your duties now, include training Master Shin's personal entourage. In the past, if a trainer was too good, Shin had that trainer killed to keep Gong weak. I think one member of his entourage is a full Lotus assassin. I have survived by appearing unimportant and staying out of the fight between Gong and Shin. I have learned a number of techniques.